not as friendly at all. Like, especially when you know them in real life. Like, I don't talk to anyone I went to high school with, middle school with at all. I do. I talk to one person I went to high school with, and they still come into my stream, pumpkin spice their life. We still keep in contact, but it's funny because we both left home. He also lives in America now. He's living over here, he's studying, he's working. It's just, especially like rural Ireland, it's kind of like a cesspool, like of just, I don't know, it's like people who just like fall into like same routines as their parents and stuff like that. And it's like, if you're any way different at all, you're kind of shunned for it. Like, growing up, I didn't like sports, I was fat, like, it was just all these things that people had to pick on me, and that continued into high school. And it's just like, those are definitely like not people I want to stay in contact with, you know. I do like people over here. I think most Americans are very open-minded and kind and caring, from what I've experienced. A lot of my friends online are American. A lot of my viewers are American. So I do have now a soft spot for Americans as a whole. Jesus, a visit herself. Lots, welcome in. It's great to see ya. Welcome to the Owl stream. Welcome. Sounds kind of English estatey. Each estate is its own world. And they don't. Yeah, exactly, Can. That's honestly what it's like. Like, growing up, my middle school had 50 kids for the entire school, and then in high school, my high school had 300 kids for the entire thing. It's very cliquey. It is very, very cliquey. If you don't like sport, you're nobody. It's just the type of thing, you know. It's like the people who played sports were always championed over everyone else, and they got away with everything. And you know, it wasn't the nicest environment in school, you know. And I have had like people reach out to me, because I do talk about what I do now for work on my personal Instagram and stuff like that. And I've had people reach out, people like, oh, I do this now, do you need help? And I just don't even respond, because it's just like, nah fam, I'm good, thank you. Like, I just don't want to associate with those type of people anymore. It's just, I've come so far in myself, like, you know, I don't want anything to like take me back, because it's just, I really have surrounded myself with people who are just so loving and accepting and caring. And it's just, you know, they understand, you know. Like, I feel like a lot of us here online, you know, we might have like issues with like depression or anxiety, and it really is just like a space where you feel listened to and heard, which I do appreciate. My wife's been to Ireland. She said they work, they go to the pub, then they go home. Not much chatting between people. They don't know each other unless you're drunk. Well, I will say, Karen, like, from what I've experienced, like, people do not drink on the weekdays. That is not very common in Ireland. This is just my own experience, like, growing up where I used to live. People don't drink on the weekdays. People go out on the weekend. Midday drinking is not a thing. Like, I think, like, in England and stuff, people will go, like, down to the pub for their lunch break and have, like, you know, their lunch and, like, a pint. That's not common. In Dublin, they do. See, Dublin is very different to the rest of the country. Like, Dublin is a weird place. I personally don't like Dublin. I grew up in the Midlands.